Good morning. Have you had your cup of coffee yet? It's time for another Missions Minute. Way back in 1989, God began to work in my heart and open up my eyes to missions. I always thought missionaries had to be pastors. I never considered that God could use a builder. That may sound hard to believe, but it's true. I had to begin going to a missions-minded church to really learn about missions. At our church, we had great mission speakers come to tell us about their work in far-off places. Those stories touched me deep in my gut, and I began to read mission books. I never really liked to read when I was growing up, but these mission books lit a fire in me, and I had to read everything. And I read everything I could get my hands on. Some of the information in those first books about missions has stayed with me for over 30 years. Years ago, I learned something that I'll never forget about: my closet. That's right, the closet. You know, where we hang up our clothes. In Spanish, we call it el ropero. All closets around the world look different. Some closets may have just a few hooks on the wall. Some closets have wardrobes with a few drawers and a space enough to hang more things. Some closets are big enough to walk into and are filled with beautiful clothes and shoes and accessories. Our closets may be different, but it doesn't really matter because all of our clothes have one thing in common. Our clothes have labels on them. Somewhere on the item is a label that says made in China, made in India, made in Sri Lanka, made in Pakistan, made in Indonesia. People groups of the world are represented in our closets. So I want to challenge you to start looking at the labels. Those clothes made it all the way around the world from their hands into your closets. So step in there, put a shirt off the hanger, and look at the label. Now think. Think about the people who worked hard to make those clothes, often for very little money. Look up that country on a map if you're not sure where it is. Thank God for them and their hard work. Pray for them that God would encourage them and give them strength in their job. And pray that if they are not believers, that God would make himself known to them. Ephesians 1:16 says this: I do not cease to give thanks for you, remembering you in my prayers. There's a whole world of strangers out there that sneak into our closets every day. Praying for people who make our clothes is just one more way for us to keep our eyes wide open and realize that this big world isn't just coming to your neighborhood. They're waiting for you in your closet. That's it for today. So until all have heard, I'll see you tomorrow.